Welcome to Cast Iron Backroads. My name is Ken. This is my wife Wendy, and this is the first time you're seeing our faces, which is we've been doing yard work all day, so it may not be exactly the cleanest situation, but from a distance, from 7-8 feet away, you'd never know unless we told you. Anyway, gonna do some country fried steak tonight and some fried potatoes. Something super easy, but it will be tasty, and we're going to use cast iron because it's in the name of our channel. We look forward to actually being off of our property and in our tent. This was like the perfect weekend for it, but other things cropped up. We didn't get around to it, so better luck next time. Hopefully next weekend will be good. We've got so much to share with you as far as our state where we're living in Georgia here. It is beautiful, and we're just looking forward to sharing that with everybody. The scenery is awesome, and we've got a lot of great recipes to share with you. So that all being said, let's get down to it and work on tonight's meal. I think Wendy's going to do a little bit more yard work, and I will be your entertainment for the evening. Hopefully it works out all right. Enjoy. All right, like I said, welcome to Cast Iron Backroads. We are a channel devoted to cooking with cast iron outside, primarily. We'll do it inside, but we'll just keep the inside of our home private and to ourselves, but we like to travel. Wendy and I are into adventure rides, as we like to call them, getting out and coming up to an intersection and saying, which way do you want to go? And almost doing a coin flip or an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and just seeing where that road takes us. And we've traveled quite a bit in our local vicinity between Alabama and Georgia, and we really like it. We also like to camp, and we're going to include a lot of cooking while camping. We're going to do some gourmet stuff. You can see my cat in the background. That's awesome. I'm going to leave this one. She wants to come out. That's our cat Zofia. Anyway, too funny. But also focusing on food. Part of our channel is promoting the idea of folks making their own cookbook if they want. And it's not so much individual recipes that they've created themselves as much as it is making a cookbook, laminating the pages, finding recipes that you really like. I love Cowboy Kent Rollins. I love his channel. He's got great ideas. He's got a great down-to-earth demeanor. He's just an awesome guy. I would really love to meet him at some point in time. Tonight, actually, we're going to be doing a variation of his country fried steak, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with everybody. Gonna do certain spices a little bit different, but the idea is pretty much the same. And then we're gonna have some fried potatoes, and we'll find a vegetable in there somewhere. But we're gonna cook a couple of them, the main dish and the side, in cast iron. Do Dutch oven cooking. As you may have seen in previous episodes, it is the two previous episodes. I like to bake outside and in cast iron. I find that fascinating and enjoyable, and we're going to share that as well. And mostly we're going to share great scenery, great areas around our region, our section of Georgia, and then beyond. We're really looking forward to sharing that with everybody. So come along, enjoy, and we'll see what we can share with you. Looking forward to the adventure. All right, so Kent Rollins' recipe for country fried steak or chicken fried steak, depending on where you are from, includes lemon pepper, and it includes garlic salt. We're going to switch it up today. I've used his method, used his recipe, and it happens to be the recipe that beat Bobby Flay in a cook-off for country fried steak. However, we're going to mix it up a little bit. There are so many variations of seasonings that we can use, and we'll just change things up a little bit. He also has in his cookbook, he uses buttermilk, and we happen to be out of buttermilk. However, we're going to use half and half, and that's pretty close to the same. So follow along, and we'll do this right. This is a number 8 CF, I think, chicken fryer, Lodge. Yep, 8 CF. I'm going to be doing some frying up. So we'll get about a cup. Got to fill up our, actually maybe a half a cup is all we need. Dredge it good. I think we're going to go with a half a cup. Then we're going to use an Angelo's Steakhouse steak seasoning. This is a steakhouse in Panama City, Florida, that our friends go to, and they swear by the joint. We're going to, sometimes I measure, you'll find, sometimes I don't. We'll do about, it's probably a tablespoon and a half or so, and then a Weber Cowboy seasoning and rub. And like I said, you can put just about any kind of seasoning in, and it will be good, guarantee. There's a lot of variations. You doctor it up however you please. Like I said, the general procedure recipe for this is all the same. We're just changing up the seasonings a little bit, and yeah, I think it's going to be great. Angelo's has salt, pepper, MSG, and spices. Now what those spices are, don't really know. It's probably their secret recipe, but it goes great on steak just as it is. All right, this is a cookbook that I talked about. I've got it divided into sections: breakfast and starters, appetizers, main dishes, and desserts and breads. And what I do is I just make the recipe according to what the cookbook says, and if I like it, then whatever I put down in pencil, I'll trace over in pen, and then take pictures, laminate it, and it's part of the collection. And I put the proper quotation up at the top and give credit where credit is due, because heck, those folks worked hard for it, so why not give them the credit? But it sure beats hauling around 20 to 25 pounds of cookbooks when you go camping. So I can just have a couple of them and actually take them right out, and that's the only recipes that I need. I don't have to bring this entire binder with me. But it's an idea that, yeah, I'm gonna promote. I think it's a pretty cool deal. So we'll see if it gains traction. So the dry mixture is set, and now we're going to work on the wet. So we'll take an egg. Kent calls for 2 eggs and a couple cups of buttermilk. But we're going to do 1 cup just again because it's Wendy and myself. And we'll get this beaten up, and then I'll add the egg, or add the half and half rather. Get this beaten real good. And we will follow Kent's recipe on this to the best of our ability here, with the exception of the half and half versus buttermilk. We find that we don't use buttermilk very often, and because of that, well, it's just, don't want to have it go to waste. So do that, half and half, and we'll do, actually going to do 3/4 of a cup or so. calls for paprika, about a half a teaspoon. All right, calls for a full teaspoon. I'm gonna do about a half a teaspoon of baking soda, maybe a hair less, like that. And we'll mix this up real good. I've already pumped this tank up. It's a little light, so I should be able to get, but I'm hoping to get, full use out of this. Yep, kicking it old school with the Coleman, but this is what I got for right now, and it actually works quite well. One of the things about cast iron is that it doesn't take huge amounts of heat to keep it going. Once you get it hot, it maintains that heat quite well. And this Coleman is a blowtorch. Standard canola oil. That's about a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup, something like that. Doesn't need to be deep, just needs to be hot. All right, so the oil is hot, and figured I'll put that on the second burner. Haven't lit that one yet. We're just gonna let it kind of cool down a hair, just a moment, while I get the potatoes started. We're going to do a sliced potato out of a can. I know, purists, what are you going to do? Anyway, we'll just get that done. It's faster. The potatoes are pre-cooked. It takes a little bit less time. This steak is actually not going to take that long either. So for the sake of time, we're going to just do the sliced potatoes. That, folks, is a jar of bacon fat. I'm going to use about that much. Yeah, we're not exactly even on this deck. The deck is flat. The table, not so much. Canned potatoes, that's exactly what they look like when they come out of the can. Some garlic parmesan seasoning. Stir this up. Now, if it was fresh potato, we would be doing the same exact thing. Same seasoning, same onion, same bacon fat, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, just about the same. All right, and now for the steak.
Yeah.
There's a fair amount of fat with that. That wasn't expected, but hey, it is what it is. It's all right, it'll all cook up okay. Might have to cut some of that off. Never can tell when you buy packaged meat like that. Sometimes it works out good, sometimes not. Mm-hmm.
Let me get it off.
Doesn't take long for this to get done. That piece actually is for peanut. Just drain off the fat. Shake it. All right, full disclosure, figured, you know what, maybe a little bit more flour. We're almost done, but why run out if you have a little bit more? Let's see how these potatoes are doing. Honestly, looking a little sloppy. The best part about doing the cooking of country fried steak in cast iron is that while you're frying in the oil, that oil is getting into the pores of the metal and enhancing the seasoning that's there. It is just a beautiful thing. Welcome to Backcountry. Yeah.
Bloopers. Bloopers.
Bloopers. All right. Take 2. Welcome to Cast Iron Backroads.